Alright, good morning everyone. Hope everybody had a blessed night's sleep, and unless you're on the other side of the planet, you're getting ready to go to sleep. So, alright, so we are day 9, Psalm chapter 9. And I'm enjoying doing this, and I just want to thank everybody for their words of encouragement and stuff, that y'all are enjoying this too. And I praise y'all for the opportunity to be able to do this, because I think it's good. Sometimes we get in such a big hurry in the mornings or to get the day going and everything else, and we need the word of Yah, and we need to have a moment to listen to the word. Amen. So yeah, Chuck, I need some coffee. I'll be getting that here in a minute after this. So alright, so Psalm chapter 9. I will praise you, Yehovah, with my whole heart. I will tell of all your marvelous works. I will be glad and rejoice in you. I will sing praise to your name, O Most High. When my enemies turn back, they shall fall and perish at your presence. For you have maintained my right and my cause. You sat on the throne judging in righteousness. You have rebuked the nations. You have destroyed the wicked. You have blotted out their names forever and ever. O enemy, destructions are finished forever. And you have destroyed cities, even their memory has perished. But Yehovah shall endure forever. He has prepared his throne for judgment. He shall judge the world in righteousness, and he shall administer judgment for the people in uprightness. Yehovah also will be a refuge for the oppressed, a refuge in times of trouble, and those who know your name will put their trust in you. For you, Yehovah, have not forsaken those who seek you. Sing praises to Yehovah, who dwells in Zion. Declare his deeds among the people. When he avenges blood, he remembers them. He does not forget the city. Let's try that again. He does not forget the cry of the humble. Have mercy on me, Yehovah. Consider my trouble from those who hate me. You who lift me up from the gates of death, that I may tell all of your praise. In the gates of the daughter of Zion, I will rejoice in your Yeshua. In the Hebrew, it says, in your Yeshua, salvation. The nations have sunk down into the pit which they made. In the net which they hid, their own foot is caught. Yehovah is known by the judgment he executes. The wicked is snared in the work of his own hands. Selah. The wicked shall be turned into hell, and all the nations that forget Yah. For the needy shall always be forgotten. The expectation of the poor shall not perish forever. For the needy shall not always be forgotten. The expectation of the poor shall not perish forever. Arise, O Yehovah, do not let man prevail. Let the nations be judged in your sight. Put them in fear, O Yehovah, that the nations may know themselves to be but men. It's funny that I'm reading this morning, because yesterday afternoon I was really just, while I was working, because I had a route that was just a real nuisance, and so I was, while I was going through the route, and I was just, like I've shared before, my job, I'm by myself all day long. I love my job, because I get to work by myself, because outside of my job, being a pastor, I counsel people, minister to people and everything, and I love it. I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. But like anybody, you need time to kind of recuperate, and my job is my time of recuperating, so to speak, as far as my alone time. And so I really get to have a lot of time talking with Yah. And I almost did a video yesterday talking about this very thing, and I'm glad I didn't, because, you know, if you read chapter 9, you read and realize everything that what it's saying. Why are we tripping? Why are we worried about what's going on around us? Why do we keep worrying about whether we're going to make our bills, or whether we're going to have money for this or that, or all these things? I mean, I see on social media all the time, people are always freaking out. They're always getting, you know, they'll post something in a panic. And we don't need a panic. You know, like it says, that Yah takes care of it. He will wipe out the remembrance of the wicked. He will deal with our enemies. He will do all of these things, which is far greater. And it says that he will cast them into hell. And, you know, I mean, Scripture even talks about that to worry is a sin. You know, so when you really think about it, if you're worrying, you're sinning. Because to worry is a sin. Because to worry means you're not trusting Yah. When you worry, you're not putting your faith in Yah. And what is... Okay, so let's look at Hebrews 11:1. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Okay? Hope is the Hebrew word tikva. Hope means expectation. It's not like, oh, well, I hope this happens. You know, that's not what it means. That's not what it's about. Hope is expectation. When you have that, again, like I always say and will always talk about a million times over, when you have that relationship with Yehovah, strong rooted, built strong, walking strong, and all of these things, when you have that relationship, then you can have the expectation that he will do what he promises to do, and which will make your faith strong. Because your faith, if you have real faith, that means you're walking in obedience to his word. Like Paul said, faith without works is dead. You're doing the works as far as you're honoring Shabbat, you're keeping his Moedim, you're keeping his commandments, you're keeping all these things. You're walking in obedience. You're seeking to do the things that Yah tells you to do without it having to be laid out for you to believe that you're supposed to do it. You're doing the works of faith, which is to walk in obedience, to do the things he tells you to do. Then we have the hope, which true hope is expectation. I can expect Yah to do what he says that he will do for those that obey him, because I'm doing what he says to do, so that he'll do what he says he'll do. Get all that? So let's take Exodus 19:5. Yah says, if you will heed my voice and keep my covenant, then you will be a special treasure unto me above all people. Well, I'm sorry. Let's look at humans' logic for a minute about taking care of a special treasure. Look at people who their whole treasure is cars, or okay, let's look at and I'm not saying that this is bad for him. I mean, there's better way to spend your money, but this is what he does. Jay Leno. Jay Leno's got a museum of, I think it's like over 200 classic cars. I mean, he's got some nice cars, some hot rods. I mean, you name it, he's got it. Harleys, old Harleys, classics and stuff like that. He's got it. And man, is that stuff taken care of. It is immaculate. I mean, that stuff is, he actually has his own mechanics and everything that work for him 24/7, making sure that those things are running and in perfect condition all the time. So let's apply that now a millionfold over to our Creator, who says, if you obey me, he says, if you heed my voice. In other words, if you obey me and keep my covenant. How do you keep his covenant? What is his covenant? His Torah. Keep his mitzvot, his commandments. Keep his Shabbat. Quit trying to find a way around, cooking on it or whatever else. Just keep his Sabbath, for crying out loud. Keep his Moedim, his feasts. Do the things that he says to do. And go the extra mile to do whatever else you think that would please you. How's your daily walk? How's your daily talk? Are you honoring Yah by the way you take care of your family? Are you honoring Yah in how you work? The way that you the way that you conduct your job every day. Would Yah be pleased with you if he was your boss? Would he give you a good report or tell you, nah, not so much? This kind of stuff. Are you taking care of the things that you have been given? Are you being a good steward to these things? If you are, or if you are really giving it your best effort, then you have, back to what I was saying, the expectation, the hope of knowing that Yehovah will do and give you what he promises. And what does he promise? He says, if I take care of the sparrows who do not even sow what they reap, how much more will I take care of those who love me and keep my commandments? It doesn't say who love me. It says who love me and keep my commandments. Because they go together. Yah says to love him with all of your heart, mind, and strength. There is no greater way that you will ever show Yah that you love him than by the conducting of how you walk your life every day. And that is walking in obedience to his commandments every day. You can sit here and talk all you want. If you're not walking in obedience, you don't love him. I'm sorry. And if anybody gets upset about that, then you just have to go work that out with yourself. There's no way we can say, oh, I love God, and go live however way we want. That's not love. That's just lip service. But if we walk in obedience, he says, do not worry about where you will lay your head, what you will eat, what you will wear. Because he promises to take care of us. His scripture says, Torah is health to our bones and healing to our flesh. I mean, come on, you guys. So today, as you study the word, or as you go about your work today and stuff, when you get a chance, read Psalm 9 again and ponder on this today. Ponder on what it means to receive absolute protection from Yehovah, to see him give you what he promises to give you. And when you walk in obedience and you're doing what you're told to do, you're going to walk in confidence that Yah is going to do what he promises to do. But if you doubt, and if you're struggling, then most likely it's because you know deep down in your heart you're not putting forth your best effort. Because no matter how hard Satan attacks, if we are walking in obedience to Yah, if we are honoring his Shabbat, his word, his Torah, then that gives us confidence to know that he hears us and he will bless us, he will strengthen us, he will protect us, he will give us what we need. And I stress that, what you need. Not always what you want or what you think you need. He will give you what you need. You will be able to pay your bills. You will have food on the table. You will have a roof over your head, or whatever the case may be. But it comes with being obedient. It comes with honoring Yah. We don't get to handle him the way we choose to and expect him to do what he says he'll do in his word. It don't work that way. We have to meet Yah where he says to meet him, not where we say for him to meet us. We meet him where he says to meet him, and he will do all of what Psalm 9 says. Amen? So, Mishpachah, as you go throughout the day today, sorry, my allergies have just been killing me. As you go throughout the day today, be blessed, be strong, be obedient, honor Yah, love Him, ponder and meditate on Him throughout the day, and watch Him bless you and protect you and answer all the things that you need, and as you see in Psalm chapter 9. So with that, be blessed as you go throughout this day of preparation. And for those of you that are able to join us tonight, we will see you all tonight on Triple T, Torah Talk Time. I love you, Mishpacha, but more importantly, Yehovah loves you, and He's right there. He's right there just waiting for you to just completely surrender yourself to Him. He wants to bless you. He wants to pour Himself out on you. So give it to Him so that He can. Shalom, shalom.